And it did not share. And I'm so upset. Good morning, America. It's Brandy J. You got to work with me here. No, today's motto for me right now is Satan, use a liar. You know, I say that because I want people to listen loud and clear. You know, um, things will try to get in your way. I'm. This is a testimony right now. Okay, at its finest, things will get in your way all the time. Okay, let me tell you, these dogs, these mother freaking dogs over here, they just bark, and their puppies. Well, shit, I guess preaching, whatever, and it screeches like they vocal cords. You know what I mean? And it's just they don't shut up, and I love it. Doggies, animals, don't shut up. People are working from home now. Okay. And if you use record, if you have a studio, you're trying to record, that shit doesn't work out. You know what I mean? You fall asleep, they wake up, they're still barking. You know what I mean? But you're like, you know what? Maybe I should start having a little conversation, but not. Eventually they'll stop, and you'll be like, oh, finally. I wonder what that's about. What makes them stop, right? And so then I hit record so I get my stuff done because I'm a little behind. I got a workload. And did you know the whole thing had the nerves to keep just like throwing me out, Uh, and I was like, oh, Satan, you're a liar. You are. We rebuke you. Shit. Okay, so kicked his ass on about it here. I didn't really plan on going live, but I said, you know what? I said I would just go on another platform and another and another and another. And I'll talk about how your punk ass sat here and kicked me out the studio, but I'm not going to drop no. I'm not going to do that right now. It's not the time. It's not the time. I'm not going to do that. But you know who you are. You know who you. You ain't right. You ain't right. But I'm coming for you. I'm gonna still use your ass though. But the message is, you just keep it pushing, and you tell him bye bye. Don't ever let anything get in your way. And when you know you're set up for greatness when those things arise. Something that, he does not want you to get done. You know you're set up for greatness. He ain't messing with the mom, and he already got the motherfuckers. Some people just don't give a shit. They ain't trying to do nothing, whatever. But you know your greatness is there. It's coming. Keep going. You are stronger, and you got this. So I always want to start my shit off on a positive note, and I'm a positive person, but I always want to make sure, because just because I am doesn't mean that we can't succumb to the negativity, especially when negative people are just everywhere. Dreamers. Nobody's doing shit. Nobody wants to. They just give up all the time or just roll with the negative. And I call that punk shit. I'm working on my cousin. 2020 did it, so just work with me. I'm a lady. I'm a lady. So I'm a lady, damn it. But no, I'm serious. Like, people are Debbie Downers. That's the way the world is set up, to just make you accept stuff and don't think that anything can change. You can do it. And only if it's one, you know? Follow your dreams. Don't follow the pattern. Follow what makes you happy. Because if it makes you happy and you do it well and enough, you could turn that into residual. Because everybody makes it about money, about the economy. So go ahead and do you, but do you on your terms. Got it? Okay, great. Realwize Radio Productions is the latest and the hottest and the most the most, put it like this. You know what I just said about following your dreams and doing something that makes you happy? I don't know if you know what that feels like, but when you do that, it works out for the people that listen to you, that decide, they're like, okay, I want to give them a chance. That's how you give the best of yourself to people. People can tell through you if you love what you do, you know? And I mean, if I would have like given up, you know what I mean, or succumbed to the negativities of the world, or when anybody found out I was a podcaster, I was proud of myself. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a very confident young woman in what I do. Because I do what I do because I like it, not for anybody else. You know, I wouldn't use a curse word right now, and I didn't. Good girl, Brandy. Good girl. I'm so hard. But and then I wouldn't have met Wise from Stuck in My Mind podcast or Poppy J from Talking Real 1000. Okay, which is now Realwize Productions, Realwize Radio. You know, things like that. You gotta like think. It's called being grateful. You know, gratitude, and then just remembering, because you know that's how you exercise that gratefulness, gratitude, and all that stuff. You pay it forward. You know, um, loyalty, all that stuff plays a part in being successful and having longevity, but staying true and genuine and being able to connect with people and do something great. You know, like-minded people, all of that. And if I would have just, you know, because podcasters and people and a lot of others too, but since I'm, you know, podcaster and like radio and stuff, uh people have a tendency, which I don't know because the proof is in the pudding. You look around, but those sometimes are people that just didn't follow their dreams and they're just not supporters. Yeah, they don't really get it. You know, they're like, you're doing that podcasting thing. It's like, yes, I'm doing the podcasting thing. And some people really don't because some people got that that mentality of go to school, go to work, do this, do that. Doesn't make sense. It doesn't make dollars. Yada, yada. You know what I mean? Kind of program training mindset frame instead of thinking and knowing your greatness. Because if somebody else had some greatness and then they made their greatness, and now we are the product that's the cycle that creates their greatness. If you're following, you know, and we're the one within their greatness or what they made to make it function. You know what I mean? Tap into your greatness and you make it function, but in a more in a more humane type of thinking, type of way, because it's like a breaking out of that thought process that you're just a worker, that you're just an employee. You know what I mean? It's just about a job. I need a job, a job, a job. Sometimes those careers into being somebody else. You know what I mean? Make it yours. I told my son one day, he likes to draw and stuff. And he said, I want to, something about Nickelodeon, Disney, or some shit like that. And I looked at him. I said, "Well, you can do it too. You can have your own." I said, "That's great. You know, you're inspired by it, but you can too." And it was like I don't want him limiting himself to you know what I mean. Say like that. That's all. Like work it. You know that mind frame. Like you can, but you can do it. You don't have to for them. You know, but you know, young and they get caught up in that the name and not knowing that that's something that they can do. We can all do too to aspire to be instead of saying, "Oh, I want to work for them. I want to work for that. I want to work for that person." You know what I mean? I'm like, you should let those type of things or the networks or the wherever you're looking towards to, you know what I mean, to want to aspire. Then you should let that be just what it is, something to aspire to be like or to have. But just you can be that too, but you have your own, and that's what people don't really push for their young ones, you know, theirs or just in general. You got to start installing that in people until our young ones, and you know, like to be more about knowing that they can do it too. You don't have to be under somebody else all the time. Work for them, work for them. Have your say, your worth. You have a dream, you make it happen. Somebody else had one, so why can't you? What makes them better? You gotta have that attitude, that mind frame. What makes them any freaking better? And I'm gonna be honest with you, not a damn thing. What makes it better is that they actually did that shit. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, not really wanting to give out the recipe. But the recipe is proof in the pudding that you can too. You can do anything if you put your mind and your heart to it, because the only one ruling any damn thing around here is the person you allow to rule anything around here. Who in here? Who do you let dwell up in here? You know? But once you got it right here, you can Sky's the limit. And then some. So it's all about mind and mentality. And I'm pretty sure with the Realwize Radio, that's was the mind frame too of like-minded people, not to just be some people that works for someone else's vision, which there's anything wrong with that, because some people, as long as you're smart business move, some people do that. They can do that, you know, to each his own, because they know it, they probably got something else going, or if they wanted to, they could. So that's not what I'm saying. If that's the lifestyle you want to live, because some people, they're just fine with that. So don't ever get it twisted and thinking that anyone's downing that, because a lot of times that's all we've known, but have been able to take care of ourselves and make great things happen and help other people. So that I would never take from that. But my point is, when it comes to having and wanting something, you can have it. And I'm pretty sure those type of mindsets are one of, for, Realwize Radio, Wise, and Poppy J. That's was the mentality, because, could have easily, there's been plenty of times when, I've sat there and we all talked and I've listened, because I am a listener. And when you have a like-minded, remember these words, like-minded, and then having those discussions and then coming to a place where you realize you both on the same track, so let's make this happen. You know what I mean? It could have been easy to say, let's look for a network so we could be under them, or let's try this and that. But instead, like, no, let's have our own, and then not just to speak about it, but to do it, And so this is the journey, you know what I mean? Before I even heard, look, I was just like on board regardless, you know what I mean? I just knew as soon as I had met those two, I just was like, not going anywhere. You know what I mean? Because like-minded people, and then, energy and stuff, and you just know, like, when you guys click, they know, they know Brandy, silly me, right? But no, yeah, I love them to pieces, and this right here is awesome. It's also been an awesome journey, and you know, for the non-believers, you too will believe, but it's up to you what you choose. Put it like this: I know for me, and I'm pretty sure for the fellas too, that our mind frame is most likely different when it comes to someone else in the same setting, that you are supportive and you give them that kind ear and a chance because you've been there too. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's also called paying it forward, because you know that how people think. So therefore, I wouldn't be that same way with someone else, because I had a vision. I know what it's like, and I know that most of the time it's going to be more people that doubt you, even willingly, because they think they know you, or for whatever negative reasons they have that they should probably work out, or they didn't follow their dreams. Who knows? Can't waste your time giving us shit. Because know that there are people that support you. A lot of times it's not family. Don't let that ever bother you. That's quite normal, unfortunately. But then again, it's like, okay, because it ain't about anybody else but you and your vision, your dream. They'll see sooner or later. Hopefully, you got to teach people sometime. Let them know what's up. Hopefully, they'll pay it forward too. And know how valuable and how important it is to support one another, especially in a world that doesn't want you to really succeed. If that makes sense. So this right here, the Realwize Radio production, the Realwize Radio, we don't got time to be, you know, trying to prove, it's not, we're there already. But the great thing about it is, it's just not there. Like, it wants to open the floodgates to people that are serious, that have a vision, that have a dream, just like anybody else, and that welcome. But don't lose sight and don't sleep on it. You know, pay close attention because they're looking for comedians, they're looking for singers, looking for talent, yo. Don't let something pass you by. And this is something else that's so way important. Why put off today? Wait, how you say it again? Why put anything? Because time is precious. Tomorrow, the next moment is not promised. I'm in a lot of social media, I'm like platforms and communities, right? You know, and lately there's this one, you know, and I'm at this point like, you know, people say I'm nice or that I put it like this. People should appreciate me because I'm very considerate, not to, you know what I mean? Tell you where to put it and how to get there, and if you can remove it or not. You're welcome. But you know, I'm very considerate of that. And then, you know, for in 2021, you know, because you know, 42. Thank you, thank you. I know, right? It's been a pleasure. Um, I know that some people just need to shut up. You know, tell them to shut up this year. 20, all of us need to be just on some type of other level. Like this year, I'm not taking this. And I'm gonna give you a really good excuse too. There's many, but I'm just gonna give you one. 2020 is enough. And the little bit of 20, we just started, a little bit of 2021. But 2020 is enough for me to say, any month to say, you know what? Screw that shit. Look, I'm gonna start telling people off from time to time here something they didn't used to do before. Go ahead, let them know. Let them know. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes you gotta let a person know. You know what I'm saying? So, what's else? Don't. Yeah. Do listen to me. Okay, listen. Um, why? Yeah. Okay. So in this community, right? Yeah. Check this out right quick. Follow along with me, people. There's always a mission. There's always a vision. There's always a reason. So, but I'm not going to say the name of the community. You know who you are. You know who you are. No, it's nothing personal at all, whatever. It's a great platform. Matter of fact, I'll even say the platform. It's a Swellcast. I mean, why not say it for the simple fact that if you follow me, I posted, you see me on there. Matter of fact, why wouldn't I say it? Like, shout out to myself, plug myself for my own shit. Remember what's happening here. Um, so right. So like over there, if anybody knows me, I'm a creative. Like that's all I know. That's all I see. I put it into everything. That's how I make things. That's how all my life I've been that way. All my life I've taken a situation and made it, you know, better from so I can weather the storm, you know? And so I've been doing that since a very young age. So that's what I know. It's like a mechanism of, I don't know what you may call it, but damn near now, it's a talent now. It's like, that's what I do. Um, so in this community, um, it's like an audio broadcasting and it's like live, you know, you can have commentary and stuff like that. And it's very like creative and, you know, you just got to check it out. Check it out, 12 Cats. I'll try to post my shit or go find it and then go check me out. But the point is, so you have these 5-minute audio things, right? Sometimes I have 3 different ones, you know, like the one I have now is called the social media experience. Uh, and then sometimes I'll drop a question and then people will engage and answer and all that stuff. I'm like, cool. Those are some of them. But it'll stop in 5 minutes. And then I guess a lot of people have ADHD. You know what I mean? They don't have time. Sometimes they don't have 1 minute. I'm starting to learn. I am very creative. I've done that before. I actually write show notes ever since I've been podcasting. If you can only imagine, I have a notebook always in front of me. It's always going to be different. I could go into business. How many different type of book styles, pens, you know what I mean? Always. Listen, that tone in my when I said that always Coca-Cola played in my head for some reason. I don't know. But anywho, so I'm coming from a creative aspect. So I even had a swell cast, and this is all audio. You know what I mean? So and you guys can talk at the same time, but you go back and forth. You know, like respond. You play it. you record it, you play it. I even had a welcoming like greeting like party, like you bring things like food, but instead it represented something else. And so that was pretty cool. And then I also did like a mini story short series where each clip was something different, right? So just imagine what, the different things a creative could do. And so somebody put a post and I was just like, oh, okay. I'm not saying they were saying anything bad or talking about me, but I'm gonna tell you like TIEs what I think from a different aspect, you know what I'm saying? To make you open your eyes and the horizon. And what I noticed out of that conversation was, well, the platform, how about 5 minutes is already enough some people don't want to listen that long. They just want to move, they want to go, they want to go. And then they spoke about how some people just talk at you and they just, after 5 minutes, they say something again. And I had to, let them know. I said, well, if you had the time, you took it out, you would see that each of my Swellcasts are different. Some of them are story platforms, and that's why the movie only gives me 5 minutes, so I have to use it. And then some of them, and it says it usually in the beginning, and if I'm responding to myself or whatever, then it's not myself. That's just what the platform of that one is, if you know what I mean. So if you look all over this whole community, things are different in here. They have the movie section, different things you can go to. I've been over just to see what it was like. I said, so if you didn't have the time, and if it's not for you, keep it pushing, And then this one lady, she spoke her part. She said, yeah, because people just got the time. They just want to quit. Like even sometimes like podcasts, nobody really wants. So what I got out of that shit was that nobody has time. So you don't got 2 minutes, you don't got 5 minutes, then you shouldn't even be on this shit anyway. That's what I was thinking. I was like, you don't got time. Why are you trying to listen to something? Because you're not really receiving or hearing. But the thing is time. And I'm thinking in my head, where are you going? Not even just the fact that it's the pandemic and you really shouldn't be going anywhere. You know what I'm saying? But it's the fact that where are you going? I like, you got time, but you sit on, you use the bathroom, right? Okay. You certain things that we do and we throw it around loosely, say we don't have time, you know what I mean? But we do. But it's like, where are people going these days? That now the podcast, you're shortening now audio, 2 minute audio, and on to the next. You're not even processing or thinking of anything. I want to listen to my shit anyway. I didn't say that, but no, I'm messing around. But no, it was like people just don't have time. And no matter how she tried to paint that picture, like, yeah, no. You know what I mean? Like, then wait till you do. You know what I mean? But it's not that serious because you don't gotta listen to myself. Because I'm gonna keep doing what I do. And it's not gonna change. You love it or you don't. Move on. There's so much stuff in here, it wouldn't even matter because somebody listens, somebody has. But that just made it a big picture more than that. That like people are now to the point where don't have time. They want things like this. They want it like that. And you know what I mean? Like time is something that you say that 1 minute and you missed out on something else or something's gone. And we got to treasure it more. You got to give stuff time because you don't want to look up and be like, I wish I would have, could have, or I missed that thing that I didn't have time for. Now I can never give it time again. You know what I mean? So what I'm saying is, if you never know, that's the best thing. You just give it a chance, a shot. You take a risk. You just jump in. Never, everything's got to be planned. If today is the day, and you saw that notice, and it said comedians, talents, podcasts, whatever it said, and that's something you want to do, and it's nothing stopping you. Only thing that's stopping you is you. It's not your mama. It's not your cousin. Please don't let it be the supporters, non-supporters, and the Debbie Downers. Because let me tell you something right now. If they gave crap, they tell you to do it. You love it. You believe. Go for it. Like I told you, let 2020 be the excuse why you just say, I'm going to do it, because that was the year. If anybody should just be like, take life by the rings, the balls, whatever you want to call it, and just do it. Just do it. No need to wait for what? You might not get another opportunity. You never know. But take it while it's here, because some things are meant just to be heard at that time. So that's what I'm saying. And because we're going no matter what. You coming or you're not. You coming or you not. I reached out to this one girl at TikTok, and I was thinking like, it's too soon to be acting like the shit, boo boo. But I get it because you're funny. So you go make it, but don't do that. Humble yourself, because I know for me, I would have definitely. I mean, I didn't like try to. I just gave her the told her I was like, "That's you're real funny. We'd totally love to have you." And in a funny way. I think she might have been talking to me, but it was funny. But I said, "All right, I get it, I got it, got it." I was like, you're great," or whatever. I don't know. But for me, I would have totally just kept a humble and acknowledged that and said, "Let me get your." That's why I really didn't leave the information. Get the information and whatever it may be. Because we got a lot of people saying, "Oh, you're great. Oh, you're so funny, blah, blah, blah," but you don't got shit going and you just on like a social media platform. And I'm not trying to knock it, but I'm just trying to make, I'm trying to, I'm not trying to knock it. I'm damn sure trying to let you know that you're not there. Shit, I'm not there. You know what I'm saying? So don't do that, because you could be missing out on an opportunity. First impressions are everything, and you just never know what you could miss out on. And I wasn't mad at her because she's funny as freaking hell, and I only did it. I wasn't like seeking, like I was just in there, and I seen her. I was like, "Oh, I love her when she talks." Right? I had never been in her lives before, and I was just like, "Yo," I was like, "You should and I wasn't even like seeking. I don't do that. When I noticed it, I noticed it, and it was because I saw something there, and I was like, "Dude, you'd be funny. You're like a woman, because I'm starting my new radio show, A Lady's Life. It is all about funny, fun, humor, no drama. I keep wanting to say there's no crime, but with women, sometimes it brings about tears of joy. You know what I mean? We're not here to talk about anything that society bullshit. Is about women appreciating ourselves, being a woman. Not worried about what a man thinks, about what anybody freaking thinks. The pressures of the world, what's expected from you, what's not expected. I'm gonna be doing a lot of this, throwing them up and finding a fancier way to give the middle finger. We're not clearly saying it, but just like be so tacky, but like to make it cute because you know we're women. Be classy. But you get a lot of that. And yeah, that's what's up. And so that's all that I'm bringing to that platform, because like I said, once again, 2020, whew, and I mean shit, 2021, but I don't want to speak any and bring any of that baggage or the baggage that's already here up in here, because that's a whole nother show. You know what I mean? But you got to mentally be prepared. And I want to do something that always gives back to people, always. And I want to help my women heal and love being women again, because society is screwed up when it comes to women, yo. And I'm quite tired of it. I'll be honest with you, as a woman, and I'm raising a son too. So it's like definitely gonna teach him how to not to let those things cloud his mind, and always just be considerate, thoughtful, respectful, and and don't let your you know what I mean society make you have these ways that could impact other people in a negative way. So yeah, so I want to help my sisters heal, no matter what race, because if we want to get past that, come together, then the footwork starts now. Yeah. Well, everybody, thank you for tuning in, and best you heard it from here.